82% of you guys are not subscribed. That's like forgetting to save your career mode after winning the Champions League. Pure pain. So please don't bottle it like Arsenal in April and subscribe to the channel to help me hit 30k before VAR finds a reason to disallow it. Kevin De Bruyne's sensational free transfer to Napoli has sent shockwaves through European football. A statement signing by the club and a clear signal of intent from Antonio Conte. Napoli are back in the Champions League and they're not just here to compete, they're here to make a statement. And Kevin De Bruyne's arrival gives Conte a world-class conductor to orchestrate his system, offering both creativity and control in the final third. Throughout last season, Conte's Napoli shifted between two main formations, the 4-3-3 and the 4-2-3-1, each offering different variations of control and verticality. Now with the addition of De Bruyne, these systems won't be overhauled, but they'll certainly be tweaked to maximize the Belgium's elite playmaking ability. KDB will become the engine through which Napoli's offensive flow operates, an ever-present force in transition, build-up, and final third creation. In Conte's 4-2-3-1 setup, De Bruyne is expected to take up the role of a central attacking midfielder, playing just in behind the striker. But this is not a traditional number 10 position. Conte will give De Bruyne a roaming playmaker license, allowing him the freedom to float across the pitch, drop deep and pick up the ball, or drift wide to create overloads and crossing angles. From this position, he'll look to thread through balls into space, find runners in behind, and unleash his signature low-driven crosses into the box. What makes this role so dangerous in Conte's system is the structure behind Kevin De Bruyne. The midfield double pivot will provide the Belgium with the defensive stability to not have to track back all the time, and this will allow for De Bruyne to focus mainly on the offensive play. However, he will be instructed to press on the odd occasion in order to help the team win the ball back high up the field. Now, when in possession, Napoli's fullbacks do tend to push high and wide, which does create natural width for the two wide forwards to invert, where they'll most likely be attacking the half-space zones. For De Bruyne, he'll operate in the gaps that these movements open up, constantly finding pockets of space between the lines to link play and break defensive structures. This positional freedom is what makes him so deadly. He'll be pulling the strings from wherever the opportunities arise. Now, when Conte shifts to his 4-3-3 shape, De Bruyne slides into a more familiar role, the right-sided central midfielder, the very role he dominated in the latter stages of his Manchester City tenure. In this position, he'll once again be deployed as a roaming playmaker, but with a slightly deeper starting point. This gives him a broader view of the pitch and allows him to control the tempo of the game. From the right half spaces, he'll be able to drift wide and whip in dangerous early crosses, or make late surging runs into the box to support the striker. He's also adept at playing those quick 1-2 combinations to break down deep blocks. So what makes KDB such a perfect fit for this midfield trio is his ability to operate whilst under pressure. He's comfortable at receiving the ball in tight areas, turning quickly, and launching pinpoint passes to launch counter-attacks or progress the play. And the Belgium's presence on the right-hand side of the midfield will open up more space for the right back to get into and attack. And when the fullback does make these overlapping movements, it can allow for Kevin De Bruyne to stay centrally and create passing triangles between the striker and the winger, and this in turn would facilitate vertical progression. Regardless of the formation, one thing is certain: Napoli's attacking rhythm and tempo will flow through Kevin De Bruyne. He'll be the heartbeat of Conte's offensive blueprint. His intelligence, spatial awareness, and world-class technique will give Napoli a level of midfield control they haven't had since the days of Marek Hamsik. And in tight Champions League games, that kind of presence and technical ability could be the difference maker. What's even more remarkable about the signing is that it's a free transfer. It's a testament to the project that Conte is building in Naples, a project serious enough to attract one of the best midfielders of his generation. With Champions League football back on the horizon, this signing represents a shift in ambition. Napoli aren't just rebuilding, they're reloading. And Conte no doubt will look to refine a squad around Kevin De Bruyne's qualities. Whether it's signing quality runners to play off him, solidifying the midfield behind him, or adding another forward to the squad that can get the best out of his creativity, this summer marks the tactical evolution of Napoli. And with KDB pulling the strings, this team have a genuine world-class talent at the core of their midfield. And combining that with Conte's structured but aggressive style of play, we could be witnessing the formation of a side that can not only challenge for just Serie A, but also the Champions League. And there you go, people. That is how you can incorporate Kevin De Bruyne into Antonio Conte's 4-3-3 as well as his 4-2-3-1 systems. I do hope you have enjoyed this video, and if you don't mind smashing that like button down below whilst also subscribing. I did mention in yesterday's video that I am trying to hit 30k by the end of this year, so if I could hit it, that would be absolutely incredible. Now, if anybody is looking for extra content from Brom Squad Gaming, I have recently started the Brom Squad Gaming Patreon where I create retro tactics, and I am looking to include one or two other video type ideas onto that platform. So if you are interested, it is a pay for subscription, but if you are interested, the link for that will be down below in the description, right next to the link for the Brom Squad Gaming Discord server, where we chat everything IRL football. Of course, it is currently the transfer window, which is open, and literally last night we got a, not exactly a here we go, but Bruyne has given his loyalties, you could say, to Manchester United, and that set me off. I was absolutely amazed. I was on cloud 9 basically, and we do tend to discuss various things like that, and we will be doing so throughout the course of the upcoming few months, that there is no football and all that good stuff. So if you are interested in IRL football chats and conversations, please do click that link down below in the description and you can join up with the chat and all that good stuff. Anyways, until the next time, until the next one, I hope you have a smashing goddamn day, and I'm out of here.